Today we're at Disneyland to give you some tips, tricks, and hacks on how to save money at Disneyland. So let's get going. Let's go ahead and start this off with our first tip, and that's to get free waters. There's no reason to buy water bottles here at Disneyland. Just get your own cup of free water. You go into the restaurant. Even if there's a big, really long line, you can just walk past right all of the line, walk straight up to the counter, ask them for some cups for water. They'll hand them to you. And in some places, they'll hand them to you already filled. In PIMS, you have to fill them yourself, which is great over here at the Freestyle machine. And then you can bring them outside and enjoy and just fill them up as much as you need to. We actually use these to fill up our own water bottles that we bring from home. Much better quality, and it keeps them cooler longer. So we bring water bottles from home, we fill them up with free water from in the park, and we save lots of money from buying water bottles. Our next tip is to bring your own snacks. So we pack them in this nice cooler safe bag, and we bring loads of snacks, more snacks than you think that you're gonna need. All sorts of different types of snacks. Bring as many as you can think of. Goldfish, fig bars, I mean, yogurt. Absolutely everything. Also, along with that, we bring sandwiches to make the kids lunches, because the kids' meals here at Disneyland are absolutely terrible. They're expensive, they're not good food, they're not really much food, and our kids just love peanut butter and jelly. So we bring bread, we have peanut butter and jelly in that bag, and we make them lunches, we bring our own snacks, and we save lots of money that way.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yep, there you go. Tip number 4 is to order some larger meals and split, especially with these pasta dishes from places like Alien Pizza Planet and Boardwalk Pizza Pasta. You can get these large dishes, and Amy and I are going to split this one, and then the kids are going to split this one. So we paid for just 2 adult meals for a party of 4, and this is going to go a long way for us and save us some money.
It's kind of sad. It took us, I don't know how many years of coming here, maybe 5, to discover the pasta here at Alien Pizza Planet. While the pizza is not so great, the pasta is one of the best values you can get in the park.
Another Alien Pizza Planet tip is that, like PIMS, it has these really fillable machines, so you can get unlimited drinks here, whereas a lot of the other restaurants, you cannot. Tip number 5 is to consider cutting a day from your Disneyland trip. How long do you really need here? This is not Walt Disney World, where you need a minimum of 4 days to see one park per day, or potentially up to 7 days is what we like there. Here at Disneyland, honestly, 3 days is probably like a good ideal if you're not going to be coming back for another 10 years. If you were thinking 4 or 5, you can consider dropping a day. I would even recommend potentially consider dropping down to just 2 days, one park per day, Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. You can get everything done in those 2 days, save yourself for money, the extra hotel stay, the extra food, the extra park tickets. But if you're worried about getting everything in a single day, consider adding on Genie Plus. Instead of paying the extra $100 a person a day for that third day of the tickets, you'd pay maybe $25. It's around that. I don't know the exact price of Genie Plus. It fluctuates on the day, but around $25 a person for Genie Plus instead. And you'll be able to get on all the rides that you want to, without too much wait. Because of Genie Plus. They prioritize Genie Plus in the lines over the standby line. It's not like the old FastPass system where they split 50-50. This is more like a 90-10, so they really give high priority to Genie Plus because it's a paid service. If you would like more information on Genie Plus, I'll go ahead and put a link right here to our Genie Plus day, where we rode nearly every single ride in both parks, Disneyland and DCA, that are on Genie Plus in a single day. We only missed out on 2 rides. You can check that out in that video. Tip number 6 is to book with Getaway today and save on your total package price. You will save money booking through getawaytoday.com as opposed to buying tickets and a hotel package all by yourself. So book with Getaway today and insert the promo code DisneyDad to save another $10 on select Disneyland packages. Tip number 7 is more of a question: to park hop or not? So I'm standing out here outside of Disneyland, and if you want to save some money, don't get the park hopper, but literally right across the way is Disney California Adventure. As opposed to Disney World, where park hopping is a pain and takes an hour, Disneyland park hopping takes 3 minutes to walk from that side to that, not even 2, whatever. It is really, really close. But a park hopper is going to add $60 per ticket if you have a multi-day ticket. It's actually better for multi-days. If you have 2 days, it's only $60 a ticket, so a family of 4 will be an extra $240 for the duration of your stay. Or if you're only doing a single day, $65 a ticket, one-time fee. So that would be an extra $270 or $260 for a family of 4 to add those park hopper tickets. Tip number 8 is to visit Disneyland at Disney California Adventure in the off-season. It may not necessarily be less crowded in the parks, though it could be, but the tickets will be cheaper. A few years ago, Disney changed their pricing system. Instead of charging a flat rate every single day, they have tiers, up to 5 tiers now. Tier 1 is cheaper than Tier 5. And Tier 1 is also only available in the off-season in the middle of the week. So you may consider going at a less likely time of the year in order to get those cheaper ticket prices. Be aware that everybody else is doing that as well. Therefore, like I said, it may not be less crowded, but it'll certainly be cheaper for you. So that's a great way to save some money at Disneyland. If you are enjoying this video and finding it helpful, now is a great time to tell you to hit the like and subscribe button for more Disneyland content. And then visit the comment section and let me know what types of videos you would like to see next. I'm always happy to take your recommendations and turn them into content that you would like to watch. Tip number 9 to save money at Disneyland is not to stay at a Disney hotel. Now, when you go to Walt Disney World, you want to stay at a Disney hotel, that's fine. They have value options. Behind me is the Grand Californian Hotel. That is the most expensive hotel on Disneyland property here, and it is like a little over $600 on a weekday, and the cheapest type of room. It's really expensive. Just stay outside the park, and the average hotel price is around $300. If you stay at places like the Candy Cane Inn, which we just went to recently, you can check out our full review of that. We spent $229 for a deluxe room. They had free parking, free breakfast, and you wouldn't get that here at the Grand Californian Hotel. They also have the Disneyland Hotel as well as the Paradise Pier Hotel. That last hotel is actually getting rethemed, so it may change names at some point, but it is still open during the retheming process. Another great place that we like to recommend is the Best Western Park Place Inn, which is literal steps from the Disneyland entrance. It's the best hotel that we've stayed at in terms of like getting out of the park at 11, 12 o'clock at night, because you just walk to your room and it's right there. It's really nice. But they don't have free parking, I don't believe, but they do have free breakfast at that hotel. So you can look around at different hotels. All the Good Neighbor hotels in Anaheim here are great suggestions instead of staying at Disneyland hotels. Tip number 11 is to bring your own stroller, because look at this right here. He is 5.5 years old and he is conked out in the stroller. It is like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, and the Disneyland strollers are really, really uncomfortable plastic. The best thing about bringing your own stroller is even if you're flying in, airlines will let you check the stroller for free. They let per child. So if you have 3 children, you can bring 3 strollers. So bring your own stroller. It'll save you some money. You won't have to rent them. You'll be able to recline them, because the ones from Disney do not recline. They're plastic and they're uncomfortable. Just trust me, bring your own stroller. Tip number 12 is that you can ask Disneyland PhotoPass cast members to take photos with your phone. It's completely free to do that, but it'll lack the special effects that they add in the PhotoPass system, but they will do it for you. No problem. Tip number 13 is shopping related. We're in the Disneyland Emporium, and the tip is actually to buy your souvenirs before you come. I know that sounds kind of counterproductive, but it really will save you a lot of money. Amy and I love to buy t-shirts at Kohl's. I'm going to show you some t-shirt prices here in a minute. But before we get to that, I wanted to mention these little beauties right here. Everyone always loves to come and buy Mickey ears or Minnie ears at Disneyland. These things right here used to be $17.99. And do you know how much they are now? $35, $34.99. And so you can buy them on Etsy, things like this. Not these exact ones, of course, but you can buy ones before you come if you really want to get some ears, and they'll be a lot cheaper for you. We actually came over to World of Disney now because the selection there in the Emporium, it was just crowded, and there's a lot bigger t-shirt selection over here. Their t-shirts over here range from $29.99 for some of these ones here on the wall to $34.99 for the ones on the shelf and $39.99 for the ones that are down here. So ultimately, if you're going to buy a t-shirt at Disney, it's going to be between $30 and $40 probably. Buy it at Kohl's, it'll be about $20 to $25 depending on sales and things like that. So you can save a significant amount of money if you purchase t-shirts before you come. The only downside to buying t-shirts before you come, of course, is that you're not going to be able to get any exclusive merch. Like for the Disney 100 Years celebration, you won't be able to get anything like that if you purchase them elsewhere, but you will save money. So you figure out what you want to do, whether you want to save up and keep those money for souvenirs here in the park, or save some money and buy them before you get here. Tip number 14 is to maximize your day. Go rope drop to park close. What is rope drop? That's just the phrase that they use for the opening of the day. They usually have a rope that is across the path preventing you from entering the park, and right at 8 o'clock they drop the rope, so we call it rope drop. And if you stay all day, you essentially reduce the amount of cost per ride because you can get more rides in. Also, take advantage of rider swap if you have small kids, and single rider lines. I'll put a link to my ride guide video with more information on that. But you want to just maximize your day, do absolutely everything you can to get the most out of your day. Here's a bonus tip. This won't save you any money, but it will save you time. Mobile order instead of standing in line. Now, there's not a terrible long line for the standby over here at this particular location. Some of the other cones do, and a lot of the other restaurants do, but if you mobile order, you can literally just walk up, pick it up when it's ready, and you're good to go. Mobile order will save you lots of time, and as they say, time is money. Well, I ordered a cozy cone. Amy ordered over here at Flo's, and their standby line is significantly longer, and she mobile ordered, was able to push the button and just get her food. So now I gotta find where she's sitting. You know, I don't think I've ever eaten inside here before, so this is kind of nice. To clarify, I've eaten at Flo's. I've just never eaten inside Flo's before. We usually sit outside. Bonus tip number 2. Amy has another tip for you.
I went to one of the restaurants here at Flo's. I asked for a free cup of hot water. I brought tea bags from home, and I made my own self a hot cup of tea. This would normally be, I think, about $3.50 here in the parks. And I've also brought hot cocoa packets from home before. Saves like $3 to $4 every single time.
Tip number 15 is to avoid dining packages or expensive restaurants. You may be tempted to go to Goofy's Kitchen to enjoy a character meal, but here at Disneyland, characters are just walking around the park, and you can literally see them just while you're meandering around. You don't have to spend money to go to a really expensive breakfast. It's going to cost you $200 for a family of 4 when you can literally just see the characters in the wild for free. When it comes to World of Color, we've never done one of the dining packages here, but we have at Walt Disney World, and for the price, you really only get about $20 worth of desserts. And you can still come here and wait in this area for World of Color for free. You just have to stand. The World of Color dining package allows you to sit down and gives you those little desserts. But for the price, I think you're better off just, doing it the free way, seeing World of Color by standing up. It's, a little bit of a pain to have to be here for an hour and wait for that show. But it's well worth it. It's an amazing show. You need to check it out. Well, that is it for our tips on how to save money at Disneyland in 2023. Have questions? Go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer anything that I might not have covered. Then hit the like and subscribe button for more Disneyland content, and click this video to keep watching. See you again next time.